Hi, I'm Regina.
And I'm Caitlin, and this is your behavior tip of the week.
This week, we're going to talk about visual supports and why do we actually need them. All right. Visual supports help set the environment up for success. They are everywhere. They help provide structure in class, at home, out in Target. They give consistency and predictability. If you have a student that needs to know what's coming next in their day, a visual support will help them.
So, visual supports, when do we use them? To be honest, we use them all the time. We use them throughout the day. So, we use them to learn new concepts. So, when we're learning, teachers are always using visual supports to teach new concepts. We use them to communicate. We use them to communicate with each other, to communicate things, to learn new things. We use them to help us deal with stress in new environments. We use them to help us deal with change, to help us become independent in things, to transition. Everyone uses visual supports daily. Sometimes we use them a little, sometimes we use them a lot. Did you know that when we're out in public, we wouldn't even be able to use the bathroom if we didn't have visual supports because we wouldn't know where to go without the bathroom sign?
Or the stop sign when we're driving.
Or your favorite, namaste.
Namaste. So there's different types of visual supports. So we have written words. So those are just words that are written on a chart. We have pictures, which a lot of our students need. Pictures connected with words sometimes as well. Gestures, we all know, instead of talking sometimes, we might point to something. Objects within the environment and arrangement of the environment. Those are all different types of visual supports that we can use at school every day.
So these are some examples of visual supports that you might see or might want to use in your classrooms. So the first one that you'll see says class roles, and it has a visual support picture, and then it also has the words. This is helpful if you have a class of students that can read words, but also beginning readers that would need the picture to support them as well. The second one has the same thing. It has the number, but then it also has the words, and it also has a visual picture of it too. This helps for steps so that students know what order to go in. The last one is lineup rules. So it has the visual of the students lined up, and then it has the rules and the information pointed to the students lined up and how they should be standing and following directions in line.
So there's a different type. These are called visual support schedules. One says class schedule, and on this one, it's written out and it's letting the kids know reading is at this time. Then we have math. Sometimes teachers do put them on the students' desks as well to go along with the classroom wide schedule. Next section says individual. The one with all the colors is seen a lot in primary classrooms. Each student has a color and each student's schedule is there with their picture. So their picture, they get told, go look at your schedule or go check your schedule. They go and pick the next thing. And the thing next to that is just a written, probably for a student's desk, of a student's daily schedule.
And then hints for a successful schedule. Prepare the schedule ahead of time. So the beginning of the day, beginning of the week, make sure that you know what you're doing. Review the schedule with the students. So don't just give it to them. Make sure that you review it with them so that they know what's coming.
You mean teach them? Let them know, Miss Caitlin?
Yes.
Okay.
Let them know. Don't just give it to them and say, here's your schedule for today. Review it with them. Have the student make choices when appropriate. This includes choices for reinforcers or activity completion. So if they're completing activity and they earn a reinforcer for it, let them have choice in that. Initially provide that reinforcement for smooth transition. So if it's a student that's having difficulty transitioning, include reinforcements in the beginning. Show changes with a cue card where it says schedule change so that the students know that there is a change in the schedule, and then also be consistent.
This is another group of examples for strategies. So the first one talks about feet on the ground. I'm sitting in my chair. Okay. Pictures with words. The one in the middle is a bunch of cards that I've seen teachers use in calming corners. On there, it might say, take a deep breath and count to 5. So they're little cards that can be cut up to help support the kids. And then the last one is a ring. with pictures on there that the teacher can use. And sometimes as the kids start using or understanding it, I see some kids walking around with the little cards on the ring. Why am I losing the name for that ring? Just a ring of cards.
Binder ring?
Thank you.
Binder ring.
Binder ring.
And the calm down strategies one is really great to have because obviously across the district, we're working on self-regulation skills. Even I, as an adult, am working on them. So that's a really nice one to have is the visuals with it and then also the words for it.
That is all we have for visual support. We want you to have
a great week.